Hi there, John from Arista Training. So today, we're going to talk about our private and custom training services. We've developed our courses and various methods of delivering these courses really as another differentiator to our approach with training. And our delivery methods that we've created really based on our customers' real-world needs and customer requests. So our goals here in creating both private and customized course offerings is to give our customers what they need and when they need it. In other words, aligning to your specific needs and to your schedule. So here's a quick overview of the various training methods that we have. Public courses, of course, are public trainings that we'd have people from various companies together in one class. And these are on a repeating schedule, with most of the courses running at least once a month in various regions. Arista Academy is our online self-paced training, and we'll have a separate video talking about this later. So our focus for this video is our private and customized training. First, a private training. Private training is literally the privately held and scheduled version of one of the Arista public classes. These could be the standard ACE L1 through L5 classes, or some of the specialized product-oriented classes, such as DMF or NDR. The advantages here, of course, is that the scheduling can be organized to when it makes the most sense for your teams and your projects. And the added advantage is it is only for your teams. So perhaps, more open to specific or detailed questions about your specific environment during these sessions. Having private classes is certainly a distinct advantage that Arista offers to its customers. But we take this up a notch with our custom class offering. So similar to private, but the agenda can be customized according to what you need. With custom classes, our training advisors will work with you and your teams to understand what's being deployed within your environment and what topics would be the most relevant. These topics usually come from one or more of the topics that we've already created throughout our ACE L1 through L5 classes. We'll select the topics, kind of like picking from a sushi menu, align the topics in the flow, and put them into a logical order that would make the most sense to deliver. And of course, we'll also align any of the associated labs with this as well. And what we end up with is a custom private training session aligned to what your training needs are. Now, many of our customers, of course, aren't new to networking, but perhaps new to Arista. And many are looking for the most effective way to come up to speed without having to sit on topics that they may have, already known about for years and experience working with. So custom training is the best for this type of approach, where we can focus on that delta, focus on what you don't know about Arista versus what you already do know about general networking. Now, we can also take this custom training up a notch again and perhaps even develop specific topics that may not be on this sushi list just for you. Good to note, though, that custom training is usually not completely aligned with a specific certification, like the public, private, or the Arista Academy is, since obviously it's custom. But this is where the Arista Academy will actually come in pretty handy as an augmentation to the custom training and cover off some of the topics not covered in the custom course to maybe help you with certification studies if you need be. So once again, we're trying to take training to a much more real world and relevant level for you so that you can focus on your specific needs and accelerate your adoption and implementation. So here's a few steps that we like to take. First, we work with the Arista internal team and you, the customer, to understand the goals, timelines, priorities, desired outcomes, things such as that. Next is the research part, understanding the company, the roles, team objectives, skill levels for the teams and even perhaps individual people. And then from there, we can understand what that gap is and customize our training for that gap. Here's where we'll present you with that high-level recommendations and approach that we think you should take, and of course adjust based on your feedback. Next is a design phase, and this is where the real work begins. So we work with our course designers, our subject matter experts to customize or possibly develop new things if required, and this is where we're going to align your training to your various roles, like perhaps operations, engineering, architect roles, things such as that. And of course, align your team's current skill levels to what's needed here. Next is the actual execution. And this is where operations kicks in and works with your team on logistics and scheduling. The last step, and the most important, is that we're mapping our success, but we're also monitoring for any adjustments or changes within your environment, especially in large teams, It's pretty common to have staff moves and changes. So when we're integrated into these changes, we're able to help you minimize disruption and ramp up new teams or new staff changes, again, with as minimal disruption as possible. So once again, our goal here is to help you get as confident as quickly as possible, accelerate your adoption, your implementation, and give you that real-world training aligned to your teams, your schedules, and your goals.